Where do I even begin? Well, hey guys. Sorry I disappeared for a year and a half. As of today, it's been 518 days since I last uploaded a video to this channel, and a lot has changed. Pretty much everything, honestly, has changed. I know a lot of you actually followed me over to the new channel, which is Damn EDC. It's going pretty well. I really enjoy everything I'm getting to do over there. It's been a really wild ride. But for those of you who did not follow me over to the new channel and have no clue what's happened in the last year and a half, I guess I owe you guys an explanation, because I never really truly meant to just abandon this channel, but that's in a nutshell what happened. I think it was necessary. I think it was something I had to do, and I made the right call, but it wasn't something I wanted or meant to do. Also, this is the third time I'm shooting this video, because even after making, I don't know, 1,500 videos in the last 8 years, I have still yet to learn that you have to plug the mic in for the mic to actually record something. So this is the first time I'm shooting this video with audio. Anyway, I guess I should just start with what happened. So about a year and a half ago, I uploaded the last video to this channel, which was a backpacking stove. It was pretty cool, maybe a little impractical. And looking back at some of the things that I was doing to this channel or on this channel, then I wouldn't do those things now. I'm upholding myself to different standards. But what happened was, if you recall just a few videos before that, I did an update video. The first thing in that video, I mentioned that we were bringing Untethered Podcast back, and we absolutely wouldn't do the same thing we did the previous time we brought Untethered back, which was bring it back, upload a couple of episodes, and then disappear. That's exactly what we did. If you recall, I was doing the podcast with Nick Gray, and he was traveling full time. I was trying to get to that point, and our scheduling conflicts they really got the best of us, and it was very difficult to schedule with all the things I had going on, and around him not having service some days, and we didn't have a defined schedule, and that ultimately killed the podcast. But also there was another major development that changed the trajectory of everything, but we'll get to that. Before that, there was another thing that happened, and in that same update video, I mentioned that I was gonna bring back the EDC Weekly, which is a series that I started on this channel. It was very successful, and looking back, I don't know why I ever strayed away from that, but it got me to where I am now, so I can't complain too much. But shortly after I made that video, the plan was to make the EDC Weekly again and keep it on this channel. And Alex pulled me to the side, I believe, honestly, right after we finished shooting that video, that update video that day, and she gave me a bit of an ultimatum, which sounds a little harsh, but it was also necessary. I was spending pretty much every minute of free time working on this channel. I was bending over backwards, putting everything I had into Modern Outdoor Dweller. And if you're familiar with this channel at all, it changed a lot over the course of years. There were 5 major pivots in the course of mod to date. The first, it was a DIY channel, and then when I got the job with CNET, that became a bit of a conflict of interest. So I pivoted and started doing some tech stuff, which I wasn't super into. I'm still a little burned out on tech. And then I pivoted and started doing a little coffee stuff and even some EDC stuff. And then I ultimately landed on outdoor stuff. And what that led to was a very diverse audience, and I could never please anybody. So I'd upload a video and, 3/4 the people watching were upset because they wanted something that I wasn't talking about in that video. And it didn't matter the topic, that was always the case. So I built a bunch of different audiences within one big audience, and it was impossible to please everybody. And you mix that with the adpocalypse, the fact that I had like 3 other jobs at the time. So many things came together to just crush this channel at that time. And the harder I worked, the less it worked for me. The more I wanted this channel to work out, the further I got from actually making that a reality. And Alex was really tired of me just pouring everything into this channel, not giving really her the attention I should have. And she gave me an ultimatum and said, this isn't working. I hate seeing you do this to yourself. You're killing yourself, and it's not working out. And you've got to realize that at some point. And the longer I went, the harder it was to make that tough decision. But I begged her to let me try for one more time, and I had 1 month. I said, give me 1 month and I'll try to make this work. If it doesn't, I'll walk away. I had some friends sit down with me and go over everything I'd created on this channel and see if there was something that maybe I was missing. And in retrospect, I really don't know how I missed it, but they pointed out that everything on this channel that was super, super successful for me and always did well was EDC related. It was always everyday carry. And I really don't know how I didn't recognize that. Most of the DIY projects I did at the very beginning, EDC. The most popular series I did on this channel, the EDC Weekly. Like, it was obvious I was too close to it. It completely just was lost on me. They pointed that out to me, and I took that knowledge and I came home with it, and I decided that if I was gonna make this effort to that 1 month, if I was gonna make it worth it, I wanted to start from scratch, which sounded really illogical at the time. Maybe sounded like a horrible idea, but it was the one that worked. It finally paid off. So I started that channel, and a lot of you jumped over there. And if you did, you probably know everything I'm already telling you. But the point is, the entire time of me doing all of this YouTube stuff, I've been doing YouTube for almost 8 years now, and the whole point was to eventually do it for myself, to work for myself. That's been a lifelong goal of mine. And this channel, as much as I tried, it just never worked out. That's just an unfortunate reality. That's just how it was. But within 3 months of starting that new channel, I went full time. I quit my job with CNET and I went full time into this channel. And I think that was the factor that really made the Best Damn EDC work. And I had found what it was that I should be doing all along. So it just took me, 5 or 6 years to get to that point. Yeah, that's ultimately what happened to the channel. But if we rewind just a little bit, one of the last videos that I uploaded to this channel before I went dark was a demo day for the camper that we bought. So we bought a 1965 Avion Legrand camper, and we were going to reno it, and we were going to live on the road full time. So you may be wondering why I'm in this office, why we're not traveling full time, and what happened there. And it wasn't long after we did that demo video, we decided that we weren't going back out in the summer because it was just entirely too hot. We couldn't get enough cool air inside the trailer, so we were going to wait till fall to renovate anymore. And during that time, we discovered that Alex was pregnant, and we now have a beautiful, perfect baby girl. Her name is Eleanor, and she is absolutely perfect. She is the best thing, without question. Like, by far, she is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I could not ask for a better baby. She's beautiful, she's smart, she's independent, she's funny, she's always happy, and she's a total sweetheart. And I love her to death. And we just had our first Christmas together. And man, fatherhood is amazing. It's way better than I ever thought it could be. I mean, I've been an uncle 6 times over now. And being an uncle is great, but being a father is 10 times better. It's exhausting, but it is so, so rewarding. There's nothing better than just waking up in the morning, going and sitting in my chair, and she crawls to me, wants me to pick her up, and she wants to jump in my lap. She wants me to toss her up in the air. She just wants to play and hug, and she's incredible. I love Eleanor to death. But we had to change our plans. There are many people who travel full time with a newborn or toddlers or a family, 4, 5, 6 people traveling full time. It's possible, but we decided that it wasn't something that was for us. Our families would have murdered us. They would have literally hunted us down and killed us if we decided to take the first grandchild on Alex's family and my first child on the road and away from their grandparents. And they weren't going to have that. We knew that. And it's not something we wanted. We have a massive support group here, people who are begging to babysit Eleanor, and it's just so great. She's got such a great and loving family. So we opted not to take her away from that. And that just means that dream died a little bit. We still want to travel, but doing so full time is not going to happen, and probably not in that trailer. So just a little side note, if you or anybody you know is interested in buying a 1965 Avion Legrand for way less than I bought it for, hit me up in the comments, because It's still sitting on my grandmother's land, and she's ready for me to get rid of it, and I'm ready to get rid of it. So we bought it under the premise that it was pretty much ready to go. We just needed to paint some things and fix up the inside a little bit. And it turns out it's pretty much a gut job. It needs floors. The walls need to be redone. It's a project and it's gonna take some work, but it's also got really, really good bones. Those Avion Legrands are bomb-proof, but I'm pricing it to move. We need it gone, and I've got to at least get it off her land. So if I could sell it before I have to move it, that would be fantastic. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what happened. I was given an ultimatum. I begged for another month. I made it work, and now we have a baby, and things are going great. It's really great. I can't complain at all. But you're probably wondering why I'm making this video now after a year and a half. So one of the things, like I said, that's made Best Damn EDC work so well is that it's had my full attention for a year and a half, plus carry commission. So I have a store called Carry Commission as well. So those two things together, that's been my sole focus professionally for over a year now. And that's really, really been awesome. The ability to just put everything into that has been great. But at the same time, as many of you know, I have many, many interests outside of EDC. I love EDC. I love knives and pocket tools and now watches. I'm way deep into the EDC world, but I do have other passions. I miss camping. I've not been camping in over a year and a half, and it's absolutely eating me alive. I need to go camping. I haven't been fishing in forever. I've not been outdoors and just done stuff. I've got a fire pit outside that I've not used in forever, and that's kind of where this channel comes into play. So this is my creative outlet for everything that's not EDC. I don't want to detract from Best Damn EDC and change anything that I've been doing there, but I also would love to have an outlet that is covering the other things that I love. And it's probably not going to be super fancy, high quality videos on this channel. There may be from time to time, but this is more going to be vlog style, adventures, travels, camping. I have a boosted board now that I love to ride. So just stuff that's not EDC that I still want to talk about and explore and stuff like that. I still want to build an overland rig, which I have not made any progress on whatsoever. That's what this channel is for, kind of a behind the scenes, the real personal, informal Taylor Martin. That's why I've renamed the channel. Everything moving forward should be just whatever I want. And if you don't want to watch that, unsubscribe. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It's been a long time since I've made a video, but I really hope that you guys will stick around and watch and become part of the Best Damn EDC community. Even if you're not into knives and any of that other stuff, I encourage you to just join the Discord server and talk over there, because the community there is awesome. The server has so many different channels that are not even related to everyday carry. There's gaming, there's coffee, whiskey, all sorts of stuff that are just sub communities inside the community I've built. And I might be biased, but I genuinely believe the Best Damn EDC community is one of the best communities on the internet. I've been part of a lot of communities since I started working online, and honestly, take me out of the equation, this community is awesome, and I would not be able to do what I do without them. So I'm indebted to them. I'm very thankful for them, and I hope you guys will mesh over there and just jump over to the Best Damn EDC, the channel and the Discord and the community at large. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on what happened. I mean, I went dark. I'm sorry for that, but it was necessary, and I think the outcome was worth it. So I'd like to resurrect this channel and, you know, get out there, adventure, get into the woods, and do different things. That's not always sitting at this desk talking about the latest and greatest pocket knives or wallets or flashlights. You know, maybe putting that stuff to good use out in the woods. I think that sounds pretty awesome. So if you do too, you should hit that like button down below and subscribe. I don't really have an outro or a sign off for this channel anymore. So do that. I'll see you guys around. And until then, see ya. Drink some coffee or something. I don't know. I'll see you guys later. This is weird. This is awkward. I have no way to end this video. That should do it.